city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by their hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. With that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. They might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the 1st quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it as we resume action. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing on every play.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
The 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing is Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hurts. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they're going to get him. They bring him down the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
At the 16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. What I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
From the 29, Hurts. Well, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DJ Reader able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he gets him a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
180, 180.
On 3rd down, Barkley.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. It was certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. They're brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And all the way down to the 9.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing now. Goff. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Gibbs, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yes, multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
That time, a 9-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 10. 34 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
180. What's up?
Now it's gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the
one started. And away we go at the link. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. It's a foot race. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. What do you think, Brock? Did we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Here's Patrick Taylor to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, Purdy. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
That's complete to Kittle on the sideline. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Purdy setting up that play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Throw, 3rd and long. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off Reed Blankenship. To get the return out across the 30 before he goes out.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Play action, Hurts has it. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Formation for the Eagles.
Starts his return from the 23. Escapes a defender. And that nice this return brings us to the end of our first quarter. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
30 sacked. A loss of 5 yards.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. The Eagles into the nickel, third down coming. Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
You never ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Get set, get set.
Purdy trying on fourth down. Deep shot off his back foot. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing, he stopped quickly.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Short pass brought in. Ooh, before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
Hey, let's go. Trip.
Hurts now on 4th. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Play action now. Purdy. Fits it through the middle. And the tackle quickly follows that catch as this one reaches the 23. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
And I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Shipley now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song
Into
here.
the crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the 49ers take over at the 44-yard line following the turnover. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3. at the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Force snap to his right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Empty backfield now, running back motions out left. Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco. Oh, I guess we could have just kept both teams out here. We're moving past halftime and getting right to the start of the second half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Isaac Galindo to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Purdy on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
A loss of 14 on the play. It's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
3rd and long for him here. Thrown right, and it's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, as he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going. Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. They'll stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Elliott connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and that's enough to give him the lead.
The window to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. One of the tight ends motions right. First down throw by Purdy. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 3rd down.
Here's Purdy to throw. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. The cover guys go shut it down.
The surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurts now from the gun. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the 49ers are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Ayuk put in motion left. Purdy on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Now Purdy. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Nakobe Dean.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Great.
They go to Barkley again. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up, shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Taylor to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Adoree Jackson makes the play.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. He's got it in the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And they were all over this one. They stop him short, and the fake failed.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success is extremely low.
This makes it up to the 25. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And the last two drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Rolling from the gun here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Second and 8 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Purdy. He'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
15 yards on the play. And the 49er.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Completed left side there to Jennings. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Now Purdy leading the offense up to go for two. Right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead. Pretty easy to recognize the intensity on that two-point try. Could have made it a one-score game, but instead, still a 10-point deficit, Brock. They're going to need a couple more scores.
They sure will. Means more than likely a couple possessions, too, Kate. And we're to the point, if you look up at that scoreboard, there's not going to be many possessions left in this one.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Here's Barkley. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. He's getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Good. Set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the first down, partner. And that's going to seal this win. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super.
today. Before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate. Spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like we talked about. But these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
This gets forward to around the 29. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
That's the 1st down, and he's still going. Free inside the 30. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 6-0 lead right away. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown.
For the extra point.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Greg Reynolds to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. Leading them out, got his first MVP votes after a career-best season last year. Now reached a decade in this league. It's Jared Goff.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace of what the opposition just set. Even if this coach scored to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game, not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Pocket isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Purdy looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Defenses are finally surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Purdy trying on 4th down. And man, is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, force this turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Goff. Pressure's there, and it closes in on him. He's dropped for the sack, and that is what should bring us to the end of this opening quarter. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So that brings us to the end of one. Both teams starting that long walk to the other end of the field. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at 3rd and very long. It's another first down mistake. He's intercepted again. And the 49ers bring this back inside the 10-yard line before going down. Now in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting the throw of some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback, but you can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage. Just because you're worried about taking the safety, you still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football. You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And the Lions are there to bring him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
3rd and goal, Purdy. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 13-0 lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now. And it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw. He gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Reynolds with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And Brock, they are not up to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover. Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Daniel Brown has it. And the 49ers take possession at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but, man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. You said it out loud?
No, that was out loud. Yeah. Outright, McCaffrey makes the grab. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Short pass brought in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. Stick around, some more from Ford Field on its way. 1st and 10 from the 32. Off the play fake, Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
To the air again. Purdy. That's caught in stride by McCaffrey. He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on two-point plays, trying to get to your best options. But ultimately, sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Khalif Raymond to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And they pick him off again. And the 49ers are going to have possession at their own 46. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare. 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see...
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown.
The 49ers
Here's Purdy to throw for it. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Well, they were just 1 away from the strikeout, Brock, but their 3rd attempt finally nets them a 2-point conversion.
I know some coaches, played for some coaches that would have lost some faith in their offense and never tried it again, but not this crew. And this time they're rewarded with not just a couple points, but a shot of some renewed confidence as well.
The Lions going to go on offense here late in the half. And they can try to move this into field goal range, Brock, if they so choose. 55 seconds left. 1st down throw from Goff. He beams one deep right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff. He's going to try another deep one here. He's got it deep downfield. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Lions have a 1st down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Another one caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor.
He brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions get their first points of this game just before halftime. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
And they can't connect, so nearly 8 points to end the first half. They'll only take an extra 6 into that locker room. We'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. Taylor to return. And he gets what he can by diving down, but they're still backed up a ways to begin this series. Dealing with some time constraints, it seems. We'll bypass halftime and get right back to the action. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Reynolds with a return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. To the air on first down. Here's Goff. This is a heater. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kicked off by Trey Brown. And the 49ers have it after the turnover at the 33-yard line. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. They're going to go. It's Purdy. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
They go play action with Goff. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner. As he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost had back-to-back interceptions. A chance for him now to clean things up here on 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass is cut at the 9. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 35. That's good for the Lions. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
What's that?
Gibbs has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Running for it with Montgomery. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop. It's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Cut. Black 20. What's that?
And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Lions shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the two-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that gives the 49ers the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
From the gun is Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Complete to Jawan Jennings. A 10-yard gain, but it's fourth down.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's the 49ers with the football and a comfortable lead as well. The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Purdy gonna go on fourth. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's gonna be a turnover on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. It's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Goff trying again on second and 10. He's looking deep once again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. And they pick him off again! And the 49ers capitalize on yet another interception thrown in this game.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. After one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
It's second down.
Get set, get set.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. He finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Trying to push one through there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Purdy now on 4th down. Pass brought in by Jennings. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down in a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Purdy setting up that play action. Has a man downfield. It's Jennings. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. Purdy leading the 49ers to the line for this 2-point try.
The 49ers will line up for
Right, they're going to throw for it. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Man, just great work by the defense there, Brock. The coverage really forced that throw short of the goal line, and then they got downhill to clean that play up.
I love that word right there. You just nailed it, downhill. You throw it short, you allow those defenders with great speed and tenacity to come downhill on you. No chance for the 2 points.
The Lions get ready to return to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. On 1st down, it's gone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to it.
Big game downfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
First down. First and 10.
Fresh set of downs now from the 39. Goff on 1st and 10. Downfield is fine. St. Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
You can't start a fire without a spark. How about a lightning bolt? What a huge game that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he brings it in for the Detroit touchdown. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. The Lions shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Rindo to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the 49ers on offense. And we'll see if those 3 timeouts get used defensively, Brock, but this one is over either way. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Get set. 18.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing.
He will have the first down there for the 49ers. That should do it, Brock. They can take down this win. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.
just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
2nd and 9.
At the Lions' 48-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's another Eagles 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Throwing is Hurts.
And an Eagles 1st down.
His short throw caught by Goddard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And less than a
And
yard.
on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
On the play.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
26-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
Kirby Joseph.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on 3rd and goal.
6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw is Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tries barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The pass intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 3 yards.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out of the spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now they're a little further behind the 8 ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Trimmer.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
The Eagles will set up.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
18.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
We go tonight. 180. Turbo set.
Here's Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big, you're right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Over the middle here to Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line.
And the Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They run once more with Dillon. And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A 45-yard attempt.
Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good. And this will remain an 18-point lead.
I don't think there's any other way to frame it other than this. That's a disappointing end to a good opening drive and definitely not what they're looking for on the road.
You mentioned a good opening drive. You're right. They were able to move the ball, picked up a few 1st downs. In the end, though, they come away with nothing. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Back at the 30-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And off we go in Santa Clara. Here's Patrick Taylor to return. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
Taylor on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10. Play action now with Purdy. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. So it's second down coming up.
Coverage by N'Kobe Dean.
Get set.
From the gun is Purdy. Finds his fullback. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Coach Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted! And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. First and 10 now from the 46. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Hurts. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First and 10 at their own 38.
Purdy on the play action. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 15-yard line.
All right, starting the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Barkley off the pistol give. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happens.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Nothing doing that time, and it leaves them on second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Niners' 4-yard line.
It's Barkley again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Has it in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
Jake Elliott on 4-point action.
So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Taylor to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
18!
And they just get the play off. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We're to the end of one. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got 2nd and 5.
Get set, get set.
Off the play fake, Purdy. Pass is caught at the 9. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a...
And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he's out the clear. 30. He's at the 10. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. He just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick 6. Wow.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Taylor to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
What's up?
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Get set, get set. Up.
Looking to throw, Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Sticking to the air here. It's Purdy. Short pass brought in. They'll have the first down and even more. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Purdy setting up that play action. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers could make it a one-score game as they cut it to 9 before half. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers get it back to within 1 score.
49ers 7.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. There's Avery Williams on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. Dallas Goddard the touchdown. Nick Sirianni telling his offense they're going for a 2-point attempt coming.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point
Hurts looking to throw. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
Taylor to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series.
18, watch out.
First down, Purdy to throw. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Eagles go down for this third down call.
Outside. 18,
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Pass brought in by Jennings. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You want to become the quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 7.
So, entering, going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the third quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always...
Has a hole left, room to run. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. And this kick was just mis-hit. It is wide left and no good. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Taylor to return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. First and 10 now. Here's Purdy. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Floats that long, but they couldn't connect. That one intended for Brandon Ayuk. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. On third down, Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And as this lead has grown, they have not taken their foot off the gas. No reason to expect them to slow down now on what could be a 4th consecutive touchdown drive. And this is brought to a stop at, say, the 34-yard line there. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
They go to Barkley again. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. to a stop there by the 11th pick in the draft this past spring, Michael Williams. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 16 yards.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Free inside the 30. And they'll mark him down there after the dive. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles piling onto the scoreboard yet again. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw.
I know these special teams coaches spend all week trying to find a little weakness, and I guess they saw something on film they may have liked. But I think this serves as a reminder, if you want to get two, try the conversion from the 2-yard line next time.
Taylor to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. And they pick him off again! And the Eagles take over after returning it inside the red zone.
They'll take over the first and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Great, set. Delta.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are brought to a halt at the 10.
The second down.
Offense to the line. Here we go.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Play action now. Purdy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk.
2nd down. Still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
Jalen's punt on the tackle.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
Outside.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's 49ers football as we near the end of what has been a largely one-sided game they'd like to forget. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Has it at the 37. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Third and just 2 to go.
Third down.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of him.
He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. On second down, here's Barkley. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
He's trying to push the field. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
He's loaded another one up. This is caught inside the 15. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him a first on fourth down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Gonna run with Barkley. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
Situational football. Looking at first and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And even fighting that dreaded body clock with the West Coast trip, they played their game, and they're taking this victory back east with them.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from Santa Clara.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Purdy going to the air right away.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Purdy looking to throw.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Open man is Juwan Jennings. Down the left sideline.
And finally taken down at the 34. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard
Purdy
line.
off the play fake.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, 34 yards. And the Niners will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Now Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 1.
At the 27-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And the 49er first down.
Get set, get set.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Montgomery going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Goff looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to throw, Purdy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cody Joseph. And the return this time will go after the 42-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
The Lions will set up for
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards, first down Niners.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Here's Goff. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
From 21 yards away.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
And it'll be intercepted. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working powerfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now gone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 48 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. They'll look to throw. And the Lions are able to stretch out their lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Back to throw, Goff. And pass caught, it's Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18.
Purdy. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
At the 50-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is caught Detroit. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
Now back to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Throwing here, Purdy. They'll find Farrell open left side.
It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 43-yard line.
18, what's up? Up.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
That's another 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
What's up? 18, what's up? Up.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Connects with Kittle underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Get set, up.
Here's Purdy.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Up. Right around, up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And they will remain well behind. So an 8-play drive gets them down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working.